Hello and welcome to the substitute video. Today we'll be talking about Sophocles' Vikavolt. For those of you new this generation, since we talked about Charger Bug yesterday, instead we are just going to talk about the parts related to it being a Vikavolt. So we'll do this info box again, except for the parts related to it being a Charger Bug, and we'll do this opening paragraph, and then we'll go down in the animation section here to the parts where it talks about it being a Vikavolt. Sophocles' Vikavolt, this is what it looks like. Debuts in So Long Sophocles, caught at Hau'oli City. Evolves in Evolving Research. Genders unknown. Confirmed, male in games only. Ability Levitate, confirmed only in the games. Nature mild, current location with Sophocles. This Pokémon spent 80 episodes as Charger Bug. Voice actor as Vikavolt. In Japanese, it's Yuji Ueda, and in English it's Simona Berman. Sophocles' Vikavolt was the only Pokemon that Sophocles caught in the Alola region, and his second overall. In animation, history, Pokemon the series, Sun and Moon. In a high-speed awakening, Sophocles entered Vikavolt in the Vikavolt race, where it found itself against Horatio and his own recently evolved Vikavolt. During the race, Team Rocket tried to steal all of the participating Vikavolt, but with Sophocles and Horatio's combined efforts, the villainous trio's plans were thwarted, and the race continued. In the end, Sophocles' Vikavolt barely crossed the finish line before Horatio's Vikavolt winning the race for Sophocles and earning him a Boginium Z as a reward. Vikavolt taking part in the Vikavolt race. In a fiery training camp trick, Sophocles and Vikavolt trained to use their new Z move together using Vikavolt's newly learned Signal Beam as its basis. But due to Sophocles failing to do the correct pose and the lack of sync between the two, they failed to pull off the move during a training battle with Kiawe. To help Sophocles master his Z-move, Kiawe invited him and Ash to a boot camp near his family ranch. At the camp, Kiawe and Ash kept offering advice that didn't make sense to Sophocles. He wanted to give up, but seeing Vikavolt's determination, he decided to tough it out and keep trying. Later, when left alone by Ash and Kiawe, Sophocles was attacked by a wild Crawdaunt. At first, Vikavolt was at a disadvantage, as Crawdaunt kept avoiding its attacks, causing Sophocles to get discouraged. However, Vikavolt's unrelenting spirit reinvigorated Sophocles' spirit, quickly turning the battle in their favor. Seeing his Boginium Z glowing, Sophocles and Vikavolt finally performed a successful savage spin-out, defeating Crawdaunt. Soon, Kiawe returned and revealed that he had asked the Crawdaunt to attack him on purpose, as he had believed that this kind of situation would allow Sophocles to master the Z-move, which it had done. In chasing memories, creating dreams, Sophocles and Vikavolt trained with Lana and her Primarina at Lily's mansion in preparation for the Alola League, revealing that Vikavolt had learned Zap Cannon sometime before. In the battlefield of truth and love, Sophocles used Vikavolt during his Manalo conference battle against Mina. Using its speed and agility, Mina's Rabombi easily dodged Vikavolt's attacks, while retaliating with its own. By trapping Rabombi in between its jaws, Vikavolt prevented it from escaping a point-blank signal beam, successfully knocking Rabombi out and allowing Sophocles to advance to the second round. Vikavolt trapping Rabombi in its jaws. In battling on the wing, Vikavolt was used to battle Kiawe's Charizard in the second round. By dodging its opponent's attacks with agile movements, Vikavolt was able to hit Charizard with a Zap Cannon, leaving it stunned long enough for Sophocles and Vikavolt to use Savage Spin-Out on it. The battle continued in the next episode, where Charizard escaped Savage Spin-Out with its fire. Sophocles attempted to defeat Charizard by using Vikavolt's newly learned Wild Charge, but failed when Charizard used Fire Punch to block the attack. Charizard then used Supersonic Sky Strike against Vikavolt, and although Vikavolt tried to counter with another Wild Charge, it was eventually overpowered and defeated, eliminating Sophocles from the tournament. In Z-Move Showdown, after a trio of Guzzlord invaded the Manalo Conference, Sophocles and Vikavolt combined their Z-Move with those of the other trainers, knocking the second shiny Guzzlord back into Ultra Space. Pokemon Journeys the series. In that new old gang of mine, Vikavolt joined the welcome party for Ash and Go during their visit to Alola. In helping the hometown hero, Vikavolt attended a party to celebrate the return of Lily and her family after they found Moan. Personality and characteristics. Vikavolt often demonstrates a close bond with Togedemaru. In Love at First Twirl, it was shown physically comforting Togedemaru when she became sad over Pikachu's absence, and later celebrated by nuzzling against her after their victory against Lucamine's Milotic in 10 Million Reasons to Fight. Much like Togedemaru, it shows compassion by using its electricity to calm down its trainer whenever they are in a dark location, as shown in Evolving Research and a High-Speed Awakening. In Rise and Shine Starship, it was shown to have the ability to send sound waves to communicate to a group of nearby Grubbin. In That's Some Spicy Island Research, it was shown to love the taste of Pony Island radishes. Since its evolution, it enjoys giving rides to smaller Pokemon like Togedemaru and Sandy. Vikavolt can also be easily distracted, as seen in a High-Speed Awakening, where it went to drink some sap from a tree during its training with Sophocles. Vikavolt and Sophocles. Moves used: using String Shot. Move: Discharge, first used in So Long Sophocles. String Shot, first used in mounting an electrifying charge. Signal Beam, first used in a fiery training camp trick. Zap Cannon, first used in chasing memories, creating dreams. And Wild Charge, first used in the road to the semifinals. Since it's our first time encountering this, I will read this note. A cross shows that the move was recently used unless all moves fit in this case or there are fewer than 5 known moves. The moves used: using Savage Spinout, Part 1. Savage Spinout, first used in a fiery training camp trick. Base move is Signal Beam. In the core series games, Sophocles also uses Vikavolt in battle, it appears, in the following games: Pokémon Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon, Pokémon League Title Defense. Vikavolt, level 61/67, types Bug Electric, ability Levitate, held item None. It has Bug Buzz, which is a bug special move, Thunderbolt, which is an electric special move, Air Slash, which is a flying special move, and Guillotine, which is a normal physical move. Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, Battle Latency, Variant 1. Vikavolt, level 59 to 100, it can be male or female. Types: Bug Electric, ability Levitate, held item Electrium Z. It has Thunderbolt, which is electric special, and I assume gets replaced by Gigavolt Havoc. Mudshot, which is a ground special move. Flash Cannon, which is a steel special move. And Volt Switch, which is an electric special move. Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, Battle Latency Variant 2. Male or female, level 59 to 100. Types: Bug Electric, ability Levitate, held item Groundium Z. Has Mudshot, which is a ground special move, which I guess gets replaced by Tectonic Rage. Thunder, which is an electric special move. Bug Buzz, which is a bug special move. And Guillotine, which is a normal physical move. Trivia: Vikavolt is the first Pokemon in the animated series to have its nature confirmed. When Charjabug evolved into Vikavolt, the evolution sequence was similar to that of Metapod and Kakuna in their evolved forms in Pokemon, the series, the beginning. However, rather than the newly evolved Vikavolt emerging from Charjabug's shell, the Charjabug shell burst apart, revealing the Grubbin body underneath that changed into Vikavolt. References, related articles to Sophocles' Pokemon. That's it, as always. This is my proper outfit, and you'll see me tomorrow.